introducing first.
Make it, boy, we gotta make it. You can save your hand, I ain't gotta shake it. Everything I got for the taking. And what I need from a woman for take 2 big bread, gotta break it. Cause these others low key with this nigga fake. Everything lined up for the taking. And what I need from them, no favors. No favors. What I need, no favors. Everything lined up for the taking. And what I need from them, no favors. Getting the job done, boy, up every night. I'm about rolling the 7 when I toss up the dice. I'm about getting my logo all flooded with ice. I'm about taking the risk that might fuck up your life. Tell me point and shoot like camera cruising from the cameras too. Damn, shot what happened to the humble attitude. I'm like, we just took the flow, but I'm still standing too. Thought I had the most touching and I've been planning too. But I'm off by your repairs. I've been talking to God like that's my therapy. I'm African American in America, ain't a heritage. But a millionaire in the 30s, so he must be English. Die, like I do this for the crazy need a plan. In case you be sick with land, others get hit with the limit.
And introducing his opponent. All right, wrestling fans, the following contest is for the FSW Heavyweight Championship. Scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. Your referee, Austin Grimes. Introducing first, the challenger, standing in the corner to my left, weighing in at 165 pounds, from Bay Area, ABA, the ultimate finesser, Chris Bay! And introducing his opponent, standing to the corner to my right, weighing in at 240 pounds, from Phoenix, Arizona, he is the reigning and defending FSW Heavyweight Champion, the Business Hammerstone!
And we are ready. Main event time. The heavyweight title is on the line here at Against All Odds. A man who had won the 25, actually 26-person Rumble, Chris Bay, gets his second opportunity at the heavyweight champion.
And for Chris Bay, it's been quite a year. He won the No Limits Championship back at No Escape in January, lost it seconds later because Nick Bugatti picked that exact moment to cash in the case. Won the tag team championships, but it was a short reign for him and his buddy Swade Thompson. And then finding himself once again winning the Against All Odds Battle Royal and challenging Hammerstone for the championship. And it's a different Hammerstone than last year also.
Now my question to you, Jake, Hammerstone sat here and he watched Chris Bay probably in the match about 30 minutes. Do you think he wants this match to go longer? Or do you think he just wants to try to put him away as quick as possible?
Oh, well, I think Hammerstone's objective is always to try to put away his opponent as quickly as possible. But sometimes it takes a lot. And look, that's going to be the strength advantage. But Chris Bay strikes quick to try and get Hammerstone. But Hammerstone reverses again. Chris Bay takes out the knee of Hammerstone. Double stomp out of the challenger. Going for that victory right now. And Chris Bay. I don't know if he thought he could beat Hammerstone with that or he was just testing to see how worn down the champion is. But Chris Bay trying to catch him again with a quick roll-up.
Oh, over the top, but Bay lands on his feet.
And then he just kicks him in the back of the skull. Chris Bay right in the champ and sends him down with a double stomp. And the champion retreats to the outside. But who knows if he's safe out there, because here comes Chris Bay.
Hammerstone stepping out of the way, but look at that, underneath, and Bay connects.
Connects with a kick right to the face. He's trying a Liger flip, but look at that power. That is one of the reasons. Oh my God, drops him hard with the suplex. That is one of the reasons for the last 21 months the world title scene has revolved around Hammerstone. With Chris Bay on the outside, Hammerstone could try to get in the ring, beat the count, or retain the title that way.
And Hammerstone, once again, being very methodical. He knows, one slip up and Chris Bay can become the heavyweight champion.
That's the exact opposite thing that Hammerstone wants. There was a slip up earlier this year where Jody the Wrestler became the champion, and it took Hammerstone weeks to correct that in his mind. Oh, and he drives Bay face first into the steel. I'll say it, Hammerstone was actually smart to break the count and keep Bay on the outside so he could dish out more punishment and inflict more damage to the challenger.
Plus he can't lose the title on the outside.
No, he can't.
And it's been a great year for Hammerstone. He's beaten Willie Mack here in a TLC. He defeated Moose. He's defeated Sami Callihan.
It's been an awesome year for Chris Bay, like I said. I mean, besides the accolades of winning those 2 championships, he also found himself in the finals of the Mecca Grand Championship tournament.
Hammerstone was victorious, in his debut for Impact Wrestling.
But Hammerstone's changed ever since he just kicked Taya in the face at Beers and Body Slams last month.
Many people thought we were going to see Hammerstone versus Taya in a title match.
I mean, should he retain, it could still happen. She's not going to back down from that match.
Not at all. No Escape is only 1 month away. The question is, who's going to be inside the cage?
Who's going to be the world champion? Will it be Hammerstone? Still, will he leave 2018 the way he entered it with the title? Look at Chris Bay once again trying to score a quick pinfall victory. And Hammerstone now almost like a horror movie walk towards Chris Bay before he got caught. But look at that overhead belly-to-belly launch. And Chris Bay is down.
And Hammerstone is just taking his time.
Yeah,
he's in no rush, and you would think this would be the time to pounce.
Yeah, he's almost like taking in the hushed silence of the crowd rather than go for the cover immediately. Look at this. He's trying to pick up Chris Bay by the hair.
I was going to say, it looks like he's practicing with like 20-pound curls or something.
Yeah, he's just walking around with them. And once again, brings him up and over, and he goes for the cover this time.
And Hammerstone gets a 2, but not a 3. You know, Hammerstone, he is looking at some records here in FSW with some victories tonight. As one of the longest reigning champions in FSW history in terms of days over his two-time run.
And look at this, Hammerstone now running at Chris Bay, but he catches the foot. Chris Bay fighting out of it. Rolling in now with an enziguri, but he doesn't take the champion down.
He may not have taken him down, but Hammerstone might be a little unsure of where he is.
Oh, Chris Bay able to send Hammerstone to the outside. Got out of the way, the full impact of the body of Hammerstone charging at him. Now Chris Bay daring the champion to re-enter.
Oh, and look at that.
Chris Bay.
You know, not showing very much sportsmanship right there.
Do you think Hammerstone would have done the same thing, though? Hung him up and dropped him down with the DDT.
1, 2.
Chris Bay a little surprised he wasn't able to put away Hammerstone there.
And we got some of the crowd trying to get behind Chris Bay, looking to become the FSW heavyweight champion.
Like I said, it was deja vu when Chris Bay won the Against All Odd Rumble. But will it be deja vu at the conclusion of this match once again with Hammerstone retaining the championship? And Hammerstone catches Chris Bay.
We've been in a bad spot tonight. We could be needing some new equipment.
No.
And Hammerstone looking for the superplex.
Delaying it too, showing off his power. But Chris Bay slips behind, using the leverage he has to bring Hammerstone over in a German suplex.
And can Chris Bay do it?
Springboard crusher out of Chris Bay. Hammerstone retreats to the outside where he can't be defeated for the title.
The crowd was looking to see Chris Bay make a cover. They thought he was going to be the champion, but Hammerstone, the experience.
And Chris Bay took a lot out of himself with that. We're finally feeling the energy from the fans. Brings Chris Bay back to life. Tope con heel. Oh, wow.
And it looks like Chris Bay may have hit the edge of the apron. And that's not in a good way.
Not at all. We're seeing movement out of Chris Bay. Hammerstone's been taken down by the challenger.
And both men are down.
Yeah. That was supposed to be for Hammerstone to be taken out by Bay.
We don't want this match to end in a double count out.
No, you don't. But who's going to get up first here? Chris Bay, he should be the one in control. But one slight miscue was what cost him.
I was going to say Chris Bay better get in the ring because he would have thrown Hammerstone in and he would have won by count out because Bay threw him in.
Yeah, Chris Bay's definitely not 100% with it right now. He can't be physically after that grueling battle royal and then working a second matchup. Oh no, he's been caught. Right in the torture rack position for the stomp. No. Sitting out with him.
1, 2.
And Chris Bay barely gets the shoulder up. A little bit of kick out behind that too.
And Hammerstone thought it was all over. He thought the match was won. Getting ready to enjoy the new year with the FSW Heavyweight Championship.
Now Hammerstone trying to intimidate referee Grimey. Tell him that was a 3 count. But Hammerstone still has some weapons in his arsenal to try and defeat Chris Bay to retain the title. The 2018 thing's really got to be bothering Hammerstone because in his mind it's his year. That's what 2018 was, not Chris Bay's. Big chop out of Chris Bay, but Hammerstone ready for more, it looks like. But so's Chris Bay.
And right now it looks like Hammerstone getting a little frustrated.
Violent shot out of Hammerstone, floors Chris Bay.
And look at that, Bay rearranging his jaw at the moment.
And Chris Bay just ate it, and it looks like he wants more from the champ.
And Chris Bay, I'm not sure that's the smartest move.
He wants the best the champion has to offer. And the champion taking the best the challenger has to offer.
You know, he's that big lanky left-hander who fires away. And there's a lot on those Bay punches.
Well, Chris Bay now threw together those strikes, but Hammerstone cuts him off. Oh no!
And Bay connects with the big boot. Oh, and look at that, Hammerstone right to the jaw.
And Hammerstone trying for the power bomb. Chris Bay escapes again, sends Hammerstone to a knee for a second there, brings him down this time. But Hammerstone muscling up Chris Bay at this point, showing off his great strength. But Chris Bay brings him over with a Hurricane Rana.
And we saw that Butataya and the release German suplex, and look at this.
Power bomb, all impact on that one.
And Chris Bay is in big trouble.
Oh no! Flipping pile driver out of Chris Bay.
Out of nowhere, a move of desperation, the Canadian Destroyer from Chris Bay.
And both men are down now, having busted out their heavy artillery. Who's going to get up first, champion or challenger? Definitely a far more competitive matchup than we saw last year between these two men. Chris Bay is stirring first, but he's actually distancing himself from the champion right now.
And who has got what's left in the tank? Chris Bay, a guy who wrestled 30 minutes earlier in the evening.
The champion is still down while Chris Bay slowly tries to get to the top. But here comes the champion, and he flares him off. And almost takes out referee Austin Grimes.
And Hammerstone's got him up.
And that was almost how he
the small package.
That was what he used to defeat Chris Bay last year. And that time Austin Grimes gets caught. And the referee has been taken down. And this is where Hammerstone's going to take his shortcuts with no one watching him. And that suplex right into that Uranagi, but we have no official. The same move he used to defeat Chris Bay last year. And the against all odds in the title match. What the hell? John Morrison. A little payback from Morrison for what Hammerstone did to Taya.
John Morrison. What is going on?
Well, Hammerstone definitely had that coming, but we have no referee.
And listen to the crowd.
And Chris Bay sees the opportunity. Chris Bay going up top.
Will he hit it?
Frog splash!
1, 2, 3. History is made here inside Sam's Town Live. The Mecca Grand Champion John Morrison shows up out of nowhere and takes out Hammerstone, allowing Chris Bay to become the heavyweight champion. The crowd was in stunned disbelief. They had to take a second look. It's like, is that John Morrison?
Yeah, exactly. They were almost stunned to see Morrison. They didn't realize what was going on. But what they see now is the new world champion. This is a man who almost 3 years ago journeyed all the way across the country to follow a dream. And now he stands atop of the mountain in Las Vegas as the FSW heavyweight champion.